Hello, welcome to 3 Bits in a Barrel. I know it's been a while, but my wife is a tax accountant, and obviously tax season just ended. So I'm here for a April 24th, 2019 garden tour. As you can see, my rhubarb is thriving. This has been transplanted a couple times in the past few years, but it's found a home now, and as you can see, it's quite established and thriving. Here's something I'm particularly proud of. It may be hard to see, but it is asparagus from seeds I planted in 2016. They've been transplanted, but yeah, the dream is true. I have asparagus in my backyard, and maybe next year I can actually eat some. The raspberry patch is thriving as I expected. It's a mixture of everbearing and spring berries. So I'll have a solid amount this year. I started with about 10 starts last year, and you can tell there's plenty more coming up where that came from. My chives, I got them from my mom's garden last year and threw them in a pot, and when it froze off in the wintertime, I took them back in the house and into the garage and brought them back out this year. Threw a handful of compost on top, and there you go. That's all it takes. Some of my seeds starting, 2 clear plastic totes doubling as greenhouses. They work really well. I used them last year to great success. I have peppers and tomatoes starting inside of them. I cut some ventilation holes in the side and put some screen over that to keep the bugs out, but it makes seed starting so much easier than lights. I still do lights because I find the challenge enjoyable, and I just like starting seeds. This is an experiment for this year. I'm trying to do peppers just by carrying this inside and outside every night. It's a layer of vermiculite on the top to try to keep out the gnats. As you can see, that's about a week and a half old. Probably a failed experiment, but I'm not ready to give up on it yet. My blackberries I planted last spring survived the polar vortexes and vortices, and they're alive, and hopefully I get some blackberries this year. I didn't have a whole lot last year, but we had a drought midsummer, and I got extremely busy for a couple weeks. So I didn't have time to water, and that kind of killed my crop. But hopefully I have better luck this year. And finally, for outside, I do have some lettuce seeds in the ground from, I don't know, probably less than a week ago now, 4 or 5 days, and they're working on it. Not quite up yet, a few, but hopefully soon on that lettuce. For the final part of the outside of the garden tour, before we go check out my grow lights, my 3 garden beds. Sadly, it's could be a month honestly before I get peppers and tomatoes out here, and probably longer before I plant any popcorn. It's gardening in zone 4. It's what we have to deal with. And here we are in my basement with my grow lights. This is a flat of peppers. Last year I had 0 success trying to start peppers. I didn't get anything to germinate, but we moved and my basement's warmer now, and as you can see I have pretty much universal germination, so I'm pretty excited about that. Under this little light here I have broccoli. Only a few because I'm the only one who eats it, but I didn't start broccoli last year, so I'm kind of excited to see how it goes this year. And it turns out broccoli is really easy to seed start. I'm hoping it stays that way, but thanks for watching, and there'll be more update videos soon.